What's up, people? Jade up here with my thoughts on the 2011 WWE Draft. Make sure you rate this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click that subscribe button up there. Thanks. So this year's draft definitely got off to a hot start with John Cena being traded to SmackDown. I was marking out because it was such a shocking move and it got the draft started out on a great note, but then the skepticism started to creep in because I really doubted that WWE would trade the Golden Boy, the face of the company, to the B Show. Next up, we have Rey Mysterio drafted to Raw. Again, another shocking pick because I really thought WWE was going to half-ass this year's draft and they weren't going to be willing to trade the big names. I was like, yeah, WWE is not playing around this year. This is serious business. And then the next draft pick exposed the whole damn scam. Randy Orton to SmackDown. Now, of course, in my fantasy draft, I picked Randy Orton to go over to SmackDown. I said SmackDown needed some big names, but I didn't think they needed all the damn big names. Randy Orton and John Cena. I went from, this is serious business, to, are you fucking serious? Like, really? So at that point, I knew it was some BS, and it was too good to be true. The next few picks in the draft were Mark Henry and Cara to SmackDown, and then Big Show and Alberto Del Rio to Monday Night Raw. Then after a whole night of building a huge balloon of hype and excitement, the whole damn thing popped with the last pick of the night going to John Cena back to Monday Night Raw. So they basically wasted 2 main round draft picks on John Cena to make the draft seem like more than what it actually was. When all was said and done, it turned out to be a pretty entertaining show for me, but I felt as if the draft didn't accomplish what it needed to. Yeah, we got somebody on SmackDown to replace Edge, but that just put them back on level ground. Their top face retires, they lose Rey Mysterio, they get Orton back in return, and then they lose their top heel. So in a draft that should have been about SmackDown, they seemingly ended the night worse off than what they started. Miz, CM Punk, and Alberto Del Rio, the top 3 heels in WWE, are all on Monday Night Raw, so you have to wonder how SmackDown fills that void and who steps up and takes that spot of the top heel on the show now that Alberto Del Rio has gone over to Raw. And Cara, he can grow to be a suitable replacement for Rey Mysterio, but at this point in time, he just does not have the popularity or the history that Rey Mysterio has in WWE. Now, he'll get to that point, maybe even surpass Rey Mysterio in some aspects, but he's just not quite there yet. So this draft, it solved some issues for SmackDown, but then it created even more problems that need to be solved. As far as the main round of the draft goes, my fantasy picks were pretty off besides Orton, but I still have a chance for a couple of my picks to be made in the supplemental round. But it wasn't just about WWE making the picks that I wanted them to. It was about me noticing problems with the roster and hoping that they saw those problems also. Apparently they didn't, but nonetheless, it'll still be interesting to see how, with the actual draft results, how everything develops from this point on. I'm going to keep this video short because I still need a little time to process all of these moves and everything that's happening with the draft. Also, we have the supplemental round on Tuesday at 6 p.m. so I'll have a lot more to say in the coming days. Make sure you join me on the sideshow this Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time on jdubshow.com. I'll be expanding my thoughts on the draft. Also, I'll be talking about Tough Enough and Extreme Rules, which you may have forgotten is this Sunday. And if you did forget based on Monday Night Raw, then I don't blame you whatsoever. Yeah, and I'll be talking about R-Truth also. He cut a promo tonight, and if you guys watched my last couple of videos, I said specifically, stay off the mic. And he did not take my advice. And if you thought what I had to say about R-Truth before was interesting, wait until you hear what I have to say about R-Truth on the sideshow. So, yeah, thank you for tuning into this video. Peace out. The next few picks in the draft were Mac Henry. Who the fuck is Mac Henry?